Well, the last little video clip I took of shooting the stills didn't turn out too badly, so I thought I would try it again. This is Dr. Martinez holding our new patient. This is a little male barred owl that was struck by a car. He was at a local veterinary clinic for about a week. Unfortunately, this is not a wildlife clinic. They don't really understand avian anatomy or how to properly diagnose or treat, so the little guy unfortunately got a bit of a late start. When we did the transfer this morning, I immediately knew something was wrong because his wrist was kind of just wagging back and forth. So we were gonna just put him under some anesthesia. Here's Maggie running the anesthesia, and she also does the radiographs. Sleeping like a little angel. And here, actually, I didn't even feel the break. I was feeling the nonsense in the wrist area there, but that's the ulna that's broken. It's opposite in the birds than with humans. In humans, the big bone is the radius. So because Dr. Martinez saw all that white area around the wrist, he thought he would palpate him while he's under anesthesia so he'll be nice and relaxed and not painful. Whoops. So we're when it's one or the other bone in the forearm and not both, we don't surgically intervene because the other bone will act as a stabilizer. So we're just doing a figure 8 here. And then we're taking another x-ray post-wrap just to make sure we didn't goober something up in the wrapping process. There he is, sleeping like a little zombie. That's what a normal, it's called the carpus, that area of the wrist right there. You know, when you've got a break there, and of course the little GW, it's fractured through there, and there's nothing you can do about that. You can't pin it, and it, you know, it wasn't supposed to have all that white around there, so I doubt this bird's going to be releasable. But I thought, well, you know, heck, I've got, you know, I can put him on pain meds. I've got room. I've got some food, so we'll just give it a shot. And the other problem was that he wasn't eating with these people. But I cut up a nice juicy mouse and just fed it to him little bit by bit. And so he's got a full tummy, and he's resting as comfortably as he possibly can. Oh, what is this? Is this a duck? They're so messy. I loved Johnson, and every now and then I long for his company until I look at my pond. He absolutely destroyed my little pond. But this little lady is in the clinic because of this. The poor dear is egg-bound, which is fairly common with pet ducks. I didn't realize that, you know, ducks were big egg layers, you know, like chickens are. So, anyway, she's got a lot of problems. Oh, who's that being silly? Lisa couldn't wait. She gave me my Christmas gift a little bit early. Oh, well. And it wasn't crazy busy at the clinic today, so I gave them a little lesson on skulls and feet and adaptation in the environment, and talked about the feather comb, which is on the anisodactyl birds. The feather comb is going to be on the medial aspect of the middle toe. That's what they clean their heads with. So that's why if I get a bird in that has lost the use of one foot due to trauma or nerve damage or whatever, I have to put that bird down, because then it can't rest properly because birds rest on one foot. It can't preen properly because they shift their weight back and forth. And whatever foot is not working, that's the side of the head where all the parasites end up. So, have to put them down. It's unfortunate, but that's the way it goes sometimes. That's a red tail foot. So the feather comb is going to be, if this is the left foot, the sharp inset will be right there. And that's a great horned owl skull, and that's the whole eye orbit right there. The one eyeball is bigger than their whole brain. It's incredible. And this little gizmo is called a scleral ossicle. That's what keeps the eye from falling out, squirting out, making a big mess. That would be that'd be no good. This is why the birds can't turn their eyes, because they don't have the muscle attachments that we have. This is held in with just cartilage. So that's why they have 14 cervical vertebrae to make up for that, so they turn their head instead of moving their eyes. And that's a little duck head. They've got a ridge that runs underneath the top bill that kind of acts as like a saw blade. They've got muscles back here that work the mandible back and forth, and they can you know, saw grasses and stuff like that. It's pretty cool how nature works. And that's a great blue heron. And you can see how big the eyes are on these guys. They have a scleral ring, which is circular and flat. It holds his eye in the socket. Actually, their eyes even touch in the middle. There's a little piece of connective tissue that separates the two. Oh, that's my road on the way home. I've been meaning to get a picture of that. It's a nice, beautiful fall shot. That was on the way home from the hospital. And there's our little buddy recovering. It took him a while to kind of get up and start moving around. Oh, who is that? Is that Wally? He's doing really well. He's all poofy and snappy, and but he's still very calm, and it was a week ago today he had his surgery, so he's got a long road too. We've got he's gonna be jacked up for another 2 weeks, and then we'll knock him down, pull the pins out, and see what we're left with. I can't remember if that's all. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, end of the slideshow. That's it from my end of the swamp.